As I said in the first video, you are the ultimate treasure. Finding yourself is the ultimate treasure. The greatest thing that you can ever do, the greatest investment, greatest mission, the greatest discovery that you can do in your entire life. Hey, you are welcome to the second part where I deep dive in this subject, in this most important subject in your life, how to find yourself. If you haven't seen the first video, I strongly suggest that you go to the first part because that's the light version of that, and then come to this version. So save this video, come to this video after watching that. So this is a deep dive. I'm going to go in 3 different layers, how to find yourself. Now, my day-to-day is about coaching corporate leaders, entrepreneurs, and artists, professional athletes. It's been a privilege to coach more than 200 individuals one-on-one for the last so many years. This is excluding the group that I've coached, the seminars, the webinars, the online trainings. Apart from all that, I've coached about 200 individuals one-on-one. Vast majority of them are a lot older than me, which is an absolute privilege to coach them. And also my gift, my great fortune to add a great value to them. And as a result, their corporate grew, their teams grew, they operated in a different way. Their companies brought, as a byproduct, a lot of revenue in a sustainable way in some of the most toughest time that we actually spent during the last 5 years. The COVID and all these economic downturns that we had. So one of the most important thing that I do in this journey, it's my first session with every single one of them. The first session that I do is where the subject comes. Who are you? So I go deep dive, about 2.5, sometimes 3 hours of journey, discovering yourself. As I said in the first video, you are the ultimate treasure. Finding yourself is the ultimate treasure. The greatest thing that you can ever do, the greatest investment, greatest mission, the greatest discovery that you can do in your entire life. Yet, a lot of people venture out in the darkness. They just meddle in the darkness. They just know bits and pieces of it. They have never properly, methodically ventured out to discover themselves. So hopefully this video is going to enlighten you with many aspects and put you in that path. Maybe I will meet you one day. I'm glad to meet you. Maybe or maybe not. But either way, I hope this will serve you for many, many years to come. So let's dive deep. Deep dive number 1. The reason why you get deceived to think otherwise, and reason why you're deceived to think that you are in a narrow space, it's because you are listening to your senses in your flesh, in your mortal body. This mortal body is nothing but a vessel, a suit that we use during our time on earth. It's not you. It's an extension of you, but it's a very narrow version of you. Then you're not your mind. This thinking that you use is just a tool. The chatter that you have, how many thoughts comes to your mind that completely involuntary, that you cannot stop, you can't control, you never planned for it. That's your greatest hint. You're not your mind. You need to, at one part of your life, at one stage in the growth of your spirituality, you need to let go of your mind. That's a big statement, I know, but you have to do that. That's the ultimatum. And you go to that last state of the enlightenment, you let go of the mind, and you no longer need to think to understand something. There's a lot of depth in it. Maybe one day I'll come to that even with even more deeper video. Thirdly, you're a spiritual being And even there's another level that you kind of let go of that. It's a much more complex explanation. It's not exactly letting go. It's almost like letting go of that self as well. So leave it to that. But you're a spiritual being. You have no borders. You have no fear. You have no doubt. You don't lack anything. You're full of abundance. Everything is complete. You shine like a star. That's your original self. It's written very well written in the Vajrayana Buddhism in Tibet. It's called Prabhasura Chitta. That's what on my arm. In my pursuit, I found of this and I realized, wow, this is incredible. Got a tattoo on my arm because I wanted to make that a conversational point, because I know how rare this is, I know it's important this is. Someone lucky, someone get some hunch and let them approach me and ask. And I got that a lot in many parts of the world, because it's written in Tibet and it's not Hindi, it's not Arabic, it's not Sinhalese or Tamil or anything. It's not any of those known languages, so people get confused. And for that reason and many other reasons, sometimes people come and ask me, what is that? And I take that as an opportunity to give them. Sometimes I tell them very direct, and to my surprise, they understand it. Probably that's why it's here. So that's your original self, Prabhasura Chitta, the illuminated soul. So that's your obligation to arrive during this very rare, gifted human life. I told in the first part that you need to have some sort of a relinquish, that you need to leave your comfort zone, your normal environment. Now, you're going to leave whatever that second environment that you lived also. And then you're going to go to ideally a meditation retreat, a yoga retreat with minimalistic life. There's no parties, no any other jazz. Leave your mobile phone. You need another detachment from, relinquish from your mobile phone. Communicate with your loved ones. Or we'll be in this meditation retreat ideally for 7 days, or 7 to 21 days. If it is extremely hard, don't wait for that. I need to go for 7 days retreat, so therefore I don't go for any retreat because I don't have time. So don't do this, really idiotic thinking. Find 2 days. If you're working from Monday to Friday evening, get a backpack, book a meditation retreat far away from the hustle and bustle of the cities. Spend 2 nights. Monday morning, get on a bus, come back to work. At least try that. Long weekend, you can stay for 3 days, or maybe in a festival season, etc. You can book for 3, 4, 5 days. Somehow, I want you to do this. Okay, so that's the reason why you're watching this. Out of all the tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of videos circulating on YouTube, just to drag you down, just to distract you, extremely hedonistic world, and you're watching this video, I salute you. I have a lot of respect for you, but very important that you actually follow it through. Okay, so then you get that habit, you get the taste, the right taste, I call it, the right taste. After a few days, after a few times that you do that, now you're mentally ready. You know what? I'm going to go for about 7 days. When you want to do it, you'll find time. And then maybe just a couple of years, 2 to 3 years later, focus on having at least target. You know what? Next time I'm going to go for 3 weeks. 3 weeks retreat. So during this time, what I would do is, I usually meditate once a day. Now I kind of squeezed in 15 minutes during the daytime, soon after lunch. So that is there. But ideally in a meditation retreat, early morning is the prime time. So you make the most of it. If you can meditate more than 1 hour, fantastic. And then you take your breakfast. Maybe you read about spirituality, nothing else. No screens whatsoever. And you still have that energy then throughout the day, and then lock in another 1 hour, and then lunch, relax a bit, probably go for a walk, which is what I do usually. If there's an access to sea or swimming pool, take sea bath, whatever, which is fantastic. And then evening sunset, again, meditation, yoga plus meditation. This is what I do. And then spend and document it, write it down. What did you feel? What did you not feel? What did you struggle with? What are your realization, your weakness, your strengths? So document it, write it down, or probably for that reason, probably can have a camera and record it, which is gonna serve you as well as many people later on. So then I'm gonna bring you yoga, which is a very normal, which has to be a very normal subject for South Asia, but surprisingly, most of the Asians are very distant from yoga. This identity has been captured by the West, especially from the US, and they have made it as some sort of exercise. And if you want a fat burn, you don't need yoga. Yoga is actually the prime objective of yoga. Yoga asana, Ashtanga yoga, we do it, and pranayamic practices and meditation, the chanting, all these things are centralized around addressing your spiritual body. For spiritual body, you condition your physical body, your central nervous system, and all that is highly connected with all these three bodies. So when you control your body, you influence all the other three bodies. And we all have chakras. There are about 11 chakras, but there are main 7 chakras. There are yogis say there are even more subtle chakras. We'll leave that aside, but there are main 7 chakras. So we are in the journey of finding our greatest self. So awakening this chakra is absolutely crucial if you want to go really deep and really discover this ultimate treasure. So this knowledge, this wisdom has been on these lands for tens of thousands of years. This is our legacy. This is our treasure. This is what we own. So I want you to not disconnect, but reconnect with your real identities. Go learn it, explore it. Find a proper yoga teacher and have a conversation and learn how to do yogasana. And it's gonna start with basics, but as you do, you realize that internal transformation that happens. You're gonna operate differently. See, if you want to meditate for more than 1 hour, you need to have your body in order. There's no other way. So also, attached to that, it's very important that you learn at least most of a yogi's lifestyle. What do they eat? What do they drink? What do they not drink? What do they not eat? How do they sleep, etc. So the entire holistic yogic approach must be incorporated if you want to have that benefit. These benefits can be used to do Buddhist meditation or any meditation that you do, and it's going to accentuate its benefit like nothing else. So I incorporate in a meditation retreat, I would do yoga 2 times a day, morning and evening. Daytime is not actually advisable to do yoga. So pranayamic practices, yogasana, this is what I do, and then I venture out into Buddhist meditation. Now what is Vidarshana? Vidarshana meditation, I'll do a separate video about what is Vidarshana. It's going to take a long time. I don't want to go in brief, but I'll tell you what Vidarshana meditation that I actually practice, and which I believe is probably the greatest meditation that you can do in this journey of finding yourself. And that is Marananusati. Marananusati meaning the death consciousness. Even Greek philosophers, I believe they learned it from Buddhism Marananusati. Memento mori is actually a direct link with Buddha's Marananusati. Know that you are going to die. I'm going to die, you're going to die. In other sense, nobody's going to die. It's actually our physical body. Our body is mortal. From all these 3 bodies, the physical body is the weakest, most naive, it doesn't understand, and it's going to decay. We use it as it's a great gift. Thank you so much that we have this physical body. We appreciate it, we take care of it, it's our responsibility. And also understand the subtle understanding that you're not the body and you have to leave it, and it's going to perish. It's going to go back to its actual form of becoming sand and dust. So the Maranasati is a process that you systematically lead yourself, giving that understanding and reminding yourself step by step and taking your identity away from your physical mortal body. This was first taught to me by my mother, and I'm so glad that she taught me, and I'm so glad that I loved it. At the age of 7 or 8, I started doing this meditation. Even to her surprise, I fell in love with this meditation. It's the most optimistic, most positive thing that I do in my life. Nothing more positive than this for me. That's how liberating, that's how powerful this is, and extremely liberating. It makes me really powerful, empower me, energize me. No darkness scares me. Fears vaporizes. It's a lot of the common tongue people get scared for anxiety, etc. As nothing touches me. It's not the entirety. It's just some of the benefits of practicing Maranasati. So it's been a great privilege that I actually been able to share this with my clients. This meditation in depth, I don't think I will do on YouTube. This needs to have a live conduct. So I've done that to my existing clients who are spread across about 14 different countries. It's been a privilege, great fortune to be able to do that. So, but that's the deepest end that I'm taking you in. You can approach us and see how we can help you, or find a teacher who can help you to understand and make you understand what this meditation is about. But I have to warn you, since I was a kid, luckily I had the right knowledge, and then I ventured out exploring more by myself. And I was someone who fed, and I was someone who got really enriched with so many other philosophies, the Greek philosophies, the Vedanta, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Theravada Buddhism, and the Vajrayana. So because of that, I'm in a centered position to eliminate what is not actually empowering on this journey and accommodate what is empowering for this journey, developing this Maranasati. So the warning is that a lot of people actually share this in a very pessimistic, miserable way. I don't think they actually practices it. They just share their own fear. So warning that a lot of people out there will make you feel absolutely miserable, and you feel like, I don't know what Ramindu said, and this is absolutely pathetic and miserable and dark. I don't want to do it. So that is there, unfortunately. So if there's the right person who can teach this, you will learn that this more you practice this Maranasati, more you feel fearless. You feel like divine walking on this earth because you're not attached, you're not moved. So that's the hint that I can give you to see that, in case if you find the right teacher. So these are the 3 deep levels of finding yourself. They ultimately, you find yourself and you see yourself face to face. And that's what the greatest philosopher in this universe has experienced about 2,600 years ago. Gautama Buddha meeting himself after billions of years of discovering himself, found himself. And that's where it leads. It's been such a great privilege to share this with you. Thank you so much for watching this till the end. I hope this will serve you. Like I said, leave a comment, ask a question, anything that you're not clear, fire away. And very importantly, take action, follow through. And I wish you all the best.